streaming to YouTube.
More like creaming.
Live on YouTube.
Jessica, I like you.
Yeah.
I like your shirt. Oh, we are live. We've been live for a little while.
Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone about it.
Got it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
we
thing I
did.
didn't say no nothing, no naughties.
No, nothing. Okay. Who's sharing the link to the necessary channels?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I'll do Facebook.
Yeah, the post the links on the face. I almost said on the facial.
On the facial?
Dirty.
What is the link?
No, I don't know.
It's in the chat, but I can do it. I'll do
I can
Facebook.
put it on
Someone do it.
Which
Instagram.
Oh, in the Zoom chat. Yeah.
Let's see.
Who's doing it?
I'm putting it on the Twitter.
Oh, I'm doing it? Okay.
There we go.
I think Chris just did it, right?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I'll just.
Guys, Kristen Stewart is trending on Twitter.
Why?
It's her birthday.
I hate Twitter.
I'm just gonna. Sorry, I'm just gonna text it to the thread so I can get it on my phone in case. Should I put it on the Instagram?
Yeah.
Does that even work?
This is probably pretty cool to see right now. This is like the
Yeah.
real behind the scenes. Just
All
Yeah,
the way.
The inner working.
Experience.
For
Yeah.
everyone who's watching right now, we just spent the last 25 minutes trying to figure out why Facebook wouldn't let us do exactly the same thing we did last night without changing any of our settings. And we still
Yeah,
can't figure it
Courtney
out. So we're
spent
on
the last
YouTube.
25 minutes driving home from Walmart.
Ooh.
Nice.
What did you?
I said me and Courtney.
Oh, that's it.
Courtney and I for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless.
Oh wow, people are in here.
Really? Oh, whoops.
We're in here.
Hey,
All right.
Mickey. Hey, James. Sorry, I don't mean to take over.
Oh no.
Boy, it's old.
Wait, you're my designated greeter.
Oh,
Aw.
hey, Chris
not
McCoy.
I'm not a greeter.
Dust Bent.
I'm at most like a nodder. Like,
Well, you were just at Walmart though, so you know.
I didn't go inside though. We did the pickup.
That's a good point. Yeah, the greeters are probably not there right now.
Yeah, the poor guy who was like bringing the groceries out. It was like pouring rain
Oh,
too, and he's like, he's like really roll down the window like halfway, and he's like, oh, how's it going? And he's like, to be honest, not good.
No, he said I'm suffering.
Oh yeah.
oh no.
To be honest,
It was-
I'm suffering, and I
it
was
was
like,
dark.
oh,
Oh, that sucks.
sorry.
Suffering, sorry. I was paying attention to something else.
Oh yeah, the Walmart.
Aw.
Not fun to work at Walmart right now. Apparently, that's
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
the moral of that story.
You tipping?
No, because we only had like it was like a very like
We
curb
had
your
$2.
enthusiasm kind of moment. We're like looking through our wallet, and we have like $2, and we're like, it
Seems
seems
insulting.
worse than it's like.
That's exactly how much I tip like every cashier. Just because I keep tipping them. And it's nice.
Yeah,
$2. It's not great, but it's something.
it's something.
I
It's
haven't
better if
left
it were
this
$2
house in
bills.
several days.
You
Right.
what?
I haven't left this house in many days.
Do you go outside for walks?
Yeah, a little bit.
You go in the back?
And I go in the back too. No, I go out. I mean, like, and I'm exaggerating. Like, I go down to the Rite Aid and get stuff, and I walk around a little bit, and stuff like that. So I am
You go
getting
to
out.
the
Huh?
yeah.
Hmm?
I mean,
You guys, I think I need to foster a dog.
So
That's
that's what you call it these days.
Yeah,
Foster a
I
dog?
really. Yeah, well,
Does that mean just have a
up.
dog?
No, I've been waking up every morning since I've been stuck at this house, and the first thing that goes through my head is, I should probably have a dog. Which
Yeah.
I feel like normally, but in normal life, I can't have a dog. It's my biggest regret of being a touring musician,
Yeah.
because I can't have a dog. However, there's a lot of dogs that need love and care right now, because no one can go see them at the Humane Society.
Oh, that's true.
So
Oh.
I feel like if I took care of one temporarily, it would be wonderful.
I agree with
I
that
do.
completely.
It'll be really hard to say goodbye,
Yeah.
but that's how love works.
Yeah.
It's a good cause.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna foster a dog. People of the internet.
Oh, spicy. Oh, Courtney's just looking at through the pictures to make in the background.
Pictures.
Kick in the background.
Yeah, make of the back. All right. Well, I guess we should get started with the proceedings. I have on this very card.
Wait, you're gonna start now? See, it feels early. Is
Oh,
everyone
is
here?
anyone watching?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
people are in the chat. Are you guys like, yeah, no, take a look at the YouTube pages.
I can't
56
find the
people
YouTube thing. I don't know how to do all this
You
stuff.
just go on.
Yeah, there's like 56 people.
here now.
Oh,
I mean,
that.
We could wait longer if you want. I'm down, but
Well, I'm gonna draw this out. Oh,
Read it letter by letter.
and what's funny is that Ben and I are in the chat, so we can type things to the audience,
Yeah, you can.
and we're the only ones who have that ability.
things that we never hear.
Yes.
Well, we could take a few questions first. I'm
I don't-
just amazed that people are on the internet watching us every night.
Alright.
That's pretty cool.
How do you want this to go? You do it.
Yeah.
So slap project. All right, yeah. We'll start with a few questions. We'll start with a few questions. All right, he's got some. Where are the questions?
All right, here you go. This is the earliest and this is the latest.
Let's see. Kyle Harris.
Ew.
Yeah, a gross man. Asks
Aw.
who? Wait, yeah. Oh yeah. Who would win in celebrity deathmatch, Gavin or Chris? Which is a question.
Ooh.
So it's like quickness versus brawn. So it's like because I feel like Chris would just kind of like run around Gavin, kind of like just like wearing him out and kind of nibbling away at him.
Gavin would land those points.
I'd be one of those predators who just chased my prey until they passed out and died.
He'd be like a mongoose, like how they fight cobras, where they kind of like get the cobra to come at them until the cobra gets exhausted. I think that's how mongoose.
Yeah.
Or he might
Okay.
get me like the way that those bees get those really big wasps. Like
Oh,
just kind of jumping on me and vibrating really fast until my insides
Thousands of them will
explode.
start vibrating.
Multiply.
That's my general tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go with Chris. I think Gavin might win if he happens to land a big one.
Or he has a weapon.
But I like a weapon. Yeah.
Gavin would win.
Either
if he
of them
has
have a weapon, they're probably gonna
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, how about I get an axe.
Like,
Chris
who-
gets his
Like,
running.
who would win the contest? Chris versus Gavin with a gun.
No.
Probably
Stipulations
Gavin.
aren't very clear.
All right. Good question, Kyle. Despite but you're bad at everything else. All right. Let's see.
Like,
Got it.
What do you? That's a good question from James V124610.
He came to the show in private.
Oh,
Remember?
I don't remember most people. That's
No, like when I played it.
when you play it.
Like.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, I remember that guy. All right. Hi, James. If you're watching, that's one thing people out there watching should know is that I have near clinical facial blindness. So if you meet me, I will probably forget you. So don't be offended.
The truth comes out.
Would you ever include a song on an album that you couldn't perform live?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, there's been like Dead Horse. We played it like twice live, and it didn't really work well.
Okay, no, we played for a whole tour.
Yeah.
Dead Horse?
Where we recorded it.
Yeah.
No, we didn't play. We
Yeah,
only
but-
played Dead Horse like a few times.
Really?
Clapping.
With the clapping thing, and
Yeah.
I thought we played it for like
Yeah.
the better part of
Also,
one of the
for-
pre-album tours.
so much.
But it was
It's
a
a
different
horrible
song at that
memory.
point.
No, I have a horrible memory for certain things. I have a good memory for other things,
Okay.
mostly football scores, but that's beside the point. Yeah, so well, I still think we only played Dead Horse a few times. That's my official position. I mean, other than that, we've played.
But when we played it, it was a different song. I mean, once it came, we never played it after the album came out.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we ever played Nakami after the album came out.
yeah, I think that's maybe at the space recording.
Oh yeah, when we
That
recorded.
live show. But yeah, I don't think we played that again after the album came out.
I think so. Yeah, I think we've always played. Well, the only thing that we never played before we recorded it was Birdsong.
What about Time Deer? We
Oh
didn't-
yeah,
Yeah, we didn't play Time Deer before we recorded it.
Is that true?
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
first time we played it like together live was at the video shoot at the record company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we play Time Deer a lot though.
Yeah, but now we play Time Deer a lot. Yeah.
It's a good live one.
It's
So
fun.
yeah.
My favorite.
Democratic Chorale we never played.
Well, it's not really a real song.
Hey, according to my friend Greg, it's like one of the best songs on Shiny Eyed Babies.
Yeah, I've got some things to say about Old Tannel you're a part of.
Oh God, that's a spicy Gavin photo.
Oh, I did too. Wait till that drops. Yeah.
Oh God.
All right.
I like this question.
Yeah, what are some good ones?
This was so Zhao Peterson said, "How do you not be scared that your mixes sound bad?"
That's a good question. I'm usually scared that my mixes sound bad. I think generally like my better mixes tend to be the one where at some point in the process I think to myself, like no one is ever gonna like this. This is absurd. Like sometimes that's a bad sign though. It's not always good. But yeah, no, I think fear is a natural part of mixing, and you just kind of learn to get used to it. Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
It
Thanks
probably
for the
helps to have a group of people who you trust and aren't afraid to give you honest feedback as well.
Oh yeah, like that. Like once you send it out, I think it kind of becomes like a little more clear where you're at. But like usually I don't want to send out to people a mix that sounds like total shit. So there's always still that initial fear.
Yeah.
Like I remember sending out when I sent out the initial, or when I sent out, I guess not the very first, but like kind of the first big batch of What They Mean mixes. I was like, oh, this is. Part of me was just like, people are gonna hate this. This is too much.
But we loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Very true.
Good question. What about what is your favorite saturation distortion plugin?
Decapitator. It's the best one. Yeah.
That is really cool. Or right, that's in that new effects, the thing that is free right now.
The effect rack. Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing with that a
Yeah,
bit. That
the
thing's really
sound
cool.
toys.
It's by
Yeah.
made by
I
Sound.
ask a follow-up question to that.
Yeah. I'm not,
I like the T
You like
set-
the
the T setting in the decapitator.
Interesting.
You don't like that one?
I mean, I don't dislike it. Oh,
Well, my my question is, what is the different? What is happening there?
Well, they're each all 5 of the. So the decapitator, it's a distortion plugin that has 5 little buttons at the bottom: A, E, N, T, and then
P.
Yeah, P. Right. Yeah. I never use the last 2, so I always forget what they are. But they're all models of different analog distortions. I forget what most of them are. I know the N's a Neve. The A's a culture vulture, maybe. But anyways, But yeah, the decapitator is awesome. T like kind of, I don't know. T's a little. I'm just more of an A&E man myself.
I like T. TI, throw it through a lot of T. Not bad.
On DI?
Yeah, with a
Like
whammy
DI
bar.
guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. T I think is kind of like a little it's like a little nastier.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
broken fuzzy kind of boy.
He's all nasty.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh yeah, use a decapitator. Use A or E or maybe T. But no, yeah, there's lots of the UAD culture vulture is also amazing. But anyways, I could go on for way too long about saturation plugins.
Way too long.
Get it?
Sorry, Gavin, were you saying something?
I just said get it. Like
Oh.
get it? Like way too long?
Get it, girl.
Way too strong. Here's another good question. Poach on Eggs asked,
Oh, poaching eggs.
can you recommend some good free resources on production and whatnot?
It's interesting. Really good free resources.
Pensado?
Yeah, I like Pensato's plays. Sometimes they can be a little gear oriented for my taste. But Pensato is just a cool dude and a good interviewer. So if you haven't seen Pensato's place, check that out on YouTube. It's a cool kind of mixer and producer interview show. Oh, Tape Op. Tape Op is the best free resource on music production. It's a magazine that you can get free to your house that is just amazing. Has so many great interviews. Yeah, and other than that, I don't know. I think in some degree you get what you pay for in audio production education. Stay away from the forums. Or at least if you're on forums, take what you see with a big grain of salt. But yeah, check out Tape Op. That's my tip. Yeah, you guys have Tape Op?
No, but
I don't.
Y'all should get Tape Op. It's free. Just
No, I need to. Yeah.
to their website and fill out a thing that'll take you like 3 minutes, and then it comes to your house.
3
It's
minutes.
a really pretty magazine too.
Yeah, it's a really nice magazine.
I just got a text from Jamie Rowe explaining what T is. Are you interested in that?
Hey, yes!
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So Jamie said, I believe T is a triode tube and P is pentode, and he likes them too.
Tubes. Jamie is a engineer who we've worked with a lot in the past. Not so much recently now the record company's on hiatus. But what albums did Jamie engineer? He did some on Land Animal, right?
He did Land Animal. I think he also was
Say
involved
So.
in Say So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Say So, Land Animal, and gosh, I feel like he did some strings for Shiny Eyed Babies, maybe.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, that sounds about
Strings
right.
and horns, right?
Well, Horn
Yeah.
did it just Chris's basement.
Yeah.
Oh,
For Shiny
Shiny
Eyed.
Eyed.
No. Oh
that
right,
we-
because we did.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Say So was
it's-
at TRC.
But he also did like a whole bunch of our demoing and like process for you know what they mean, and a lot of was just right there at the ground floor. A lot of things, especially when Gavin was gone, he helped us a lot.
It's true. We miss you, Jamie. Make them open the record company back up.
I think they're working on it. Like
Well, that's
very soon.
Universal Space.
Vin, did
Um,
you end up stemming out the Birnbaum for way too long?
Did I what?
Did the berimbau wind up in a stem for way too long? As
Yeah,
its
I'm sure it
own.
did. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I'm just curious.
I think it's
I
most.
forgot that we tracked that in my basement.
Yeah, I heard it in some remixes.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I think it's most prominent on Sunshine.
Okay.
Is, yeah, the beer and bow.
Maybe we'll do a couple more questions. Here's a quick one. You have to answer in one sentence. Kyle again says, how much Devilock is too much Devilock?
6 of them, not the setting 6, but
Oh, really?
Six in a chain.
Have you ever done that?
what?
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I did that on the saxophone in Dry.
I had all kinds of problems with that.
Yeah, I mean it's not always gonna work for sure, but like sometimes you'll find something interesting by doing that.
You heard it here first. Sound Toys plug-in Devilock. The upper limit
but-
is 6.
But yeah, using a few of them sometimes can be really crazy.
Yeah.
But like it'll really depend on the source because it'll whatever that it'll just go crazy.
Yeah.
Do you use the same setting?
I think I turn them up maybe all the way or at least pretty high. So it's
Both crush and crunch?
yeah, both.
Wow.
Guys, I did it. I just signed up for Tape Op.
Nice.
Gavin, stepping it up. All right, another question. How did you get the distortion on Love Me Not overdrive on the master track? Asks Big Monday.
That's a good question. I feel like I'd have to look. I think more or less it's kind of it's pushing really hard into whatever my mix bus chain is. Like I know it's getting. I've got like a isotope ozone limiter at the end, and that's getting just absolutely slammed to hell. And there might be some other like saturation or distortion things on the mix bus, but mostly it's the distortion's happening like on the mix bus, like aside from, just like the distortion Ben had on his amp when we tracked and that kind of stuff that we tracked. Other than that, like, yeah, it's just pushing stuff really, really aggressively into some mix bus.
Which song I got distracted?
Love Me Not.
Nice.
Very cool. I have 2 more questions. This one is from Brian Eldridge. How do you get drums to always sound huge but extremely natural?
It's nice of Brian to say.
Oh,
Well,
Gavin
it
looks
helps
pleased with
that we
himself.
have a good drummer. That's a big part of it. Is it's hard. It's it's really hard to do that if you don't have a good drummer and playing good sounding drums. And I don't know. It's I never really know. I always feel like I'm mixing drums for the first time whenever I mix drums. It's always a little different. What do you have to do to make them sound good? But definitely play around with a lot of parallel compression and parallel distortion is definitely an important aspect of what I do with drums most of the time.
Our
You know
secret is just
that trick
replacing with
with
samples.
drums is I never know how low the low should be.
With what?
With drums, I never know how low the low end should be, like the kick and stuff. Like I always seem to mess it up.
Like
in
how
the
much like
beginning.
low end should be in your kick drum?
Yeah, versus the bass and
Yeah, it's hard. There's definitely I haven't found like any sort of easy answer to that. Like I think it's really kind of like your monitoring is a big part of that because it's hard if you don't have like a clear picture of what the low end on the kick drum actually sounds like. It gets tricky to make processing decisions.
yeah.
But I think I try not. I don't know. Well, no. Sometimes I boost it a lot, but sometimes I'll boost it a lot, and then it winds up being too much. But I think the thing to watch out for with the low end on a kick drum, in terms of like making it too much, is like just don't like let it get too like floppy down in this, like in the sub frequency, because that's kind of like the problem that'll arise as you're boosting the lows in a kick drum. Because like you can always add more, and it'll sound like, oh, there's kind of the subs, that's cool. But like you still want, first and foremost, the kick drum's job has a rhythmic role. So just don't let that get fucked up by like having kind of all this like ringing and mud down low. Like, it's better to have a track where maybe you have a little less low end, but the groove sounds really good, rather than having like this enormous low end, but the groove just sounds kind of like sluggish.
Chris, what were you gonna say? Were you saying something?
Oh, I said our secret is we just replace with samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they use samples sometimes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened.
Someone was
Did you
asking.
tell them about the failed process of trying to do that for the last?
Oh yeah, I think it's a good story because it illustrates that you gotta try stuff, and sometimes it just is a complete failure. But for the last album, for What They Mean, we tried tracking drums. And this was all my idea. No one else
Your fault.
had any interest in this at all. I guess Gavin was like a little curious, but he certainly
very much so, yeah.
He wasn't. This wasn't his fault. But I had the idea to track, like, basically, we like tracked the drums kind of like normal, and then had Gavin try to basically just overdub each drum individually, just like one at a time, and yeah, it didn't really work.
What was the point of it though?
Well, the point is to have like a lot more flexibility in terms of processing. I think kind of the lesson that I learned from it is if you want to track drums one at a time, like you have to kind of like embed that idea in the song structure and the drum part structure. Like with the right drum part and kind of like incorporating that more like into the initial writing process, I think we could have made that work.
We probably could have done it with boxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like
there was an idea for that to be a sample loop for a while too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I think it just has to kind of like be, to do a thing like that, it kind of has to be in the song's DNA. And What They Mean just like really was kind of relying on a lot of like that energy of hearing like a live drum performance, which definitely is like the first thing to go when you try doing something like replacing every drum with an overdub.
Oh.
But,
this is a question from the chat, but I thought maybe this is a good question for everyone. But it is from Ali. They said, if you write a beautiful song but it's too simple, do you add more complicated harmony or leave it as it is and hope for the lyrics to make it unique? Love your music.
yeah, I mean, I think like I don't like making songs complicated just for complicated sake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if it sounds good as it is, don't overcomplicate it.
I think everything you add to an arrangement or to a song is either helping move it in a direction or taking away. There aren't really any neutral choices. If there's something you're adding and you're like, I don't know what this is doing, it's probably hurting if you don't feel it helping. So you can be experimental with adding stuff if you feel like something's missing. But if you're feeling good about it, then it's risky to add stuff, I think. I mean, it's not risky to try adding stuff, but you don't want to get carried away.
Yeah. You want to aim for emotion above all.
Also, shameless plug, Ali, Ben has a songwriting course that probably discuss topics like that. And he has a whole band. Jessica's in it, in the recording, and they did it at Big Nice Studio. And there's a big fat discount right now until April or end of May or end of March.
May.
Yeah.
My thought was, let's get the discount going till the world gets normal again. And now I think I was a little too optimistic. But Yeah, it's a 40% discount if you use the code MusicTimeBaby. And if you'd like to try the course, you can go to benlevinmusicschool.com. Use MusicTimeBaby to get 40% off till May 1st. Thank you for mentioning that, Courtney.
Yeah, Jessica wrote some supplements. They're very awesome. You should definitely check it out. Also, Ben and Jessica have a new EP out this week.
That's true.
All the proceeds are going to the Southern Poverty Law Center. So
Yeah, true. All true. Thank you.
I liked your tip of listening to albums from the halfway point. I thought that was cool. Yeah. Because I definitely I have that experience too of like not liking the second half of a lot of albums as much, and it's hard to tell like, do I just get tired listening to them, or are these just like worse? So yeah, I've been trying that more.
Yeah, I find that I start liking the songs in the second half, like after I've listened to the album so much, so that I'm like a little tired of the first half.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's like a lot here, and I think it's just because always starting at the beginning, you just get worn out of that.
Yeah.
It's a great tip.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, that is a good tip. It's like I tell my students, don't start at the beginning every time you practice. You'll get really good at the first part and be terrible at the rest.
It's true. It's hard though when you can play the beginning well and the rest not as well. You don't want to not play the fun part.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and also, I think there's this other mentality that an album needs to be consumed like it's a body of work. It's a complete, like, it's designed from start to finish.
Yeah.
But it's also records also used to be designed to be two listening experiences anyway, because two sides of an album.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, I feel like most albums are like, I just have a hard time listening to music for that long in a row. At least like if it's like a foreground activity. If I'm just like, I can definitely have an album from front to start on in the back, or from front to end on in the background. But if I'm just like sitting down and listening to music, like it's hard to like, I don't know, my attention always starts kind of wane after like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yep.
20 minutes is my magic number these days.
So why you got those EPs? All them EPs.
Yeah.
You get EPPP.
Well, it's a funny thing in new classical music, when people get commissions, they're not given specific lengths most of the time, and everyone ends up doing 20 minutes, according to Robert Honstein.
Wow.
I think if you think about like how much can you really keep in your head as a composer, for me, like 4 or 5 minute chunks, or like 3 5-minute chunks, that's like as much as I can really keep in my head. Yeah. And like
Mom's Dance Festival, when they would take selections, the duration would be 20 minutes, because I think it's, at least in that context, like if you do a showcase of a bunch of dance pieces, it's hard to watch more than like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So you can program maybe 4 20-minute pieces, and that's like kind of like the best use of like the time per performance. So, what you feeling?
All right, well, should we get to this exciting announcement of the winner, or my winner?
Oh man, I can't wait.
The remix contest right here. Oh boy, on this little piece of paper. All right. Well, first the honorable mentions.
Oh.
I was genuinely surprised at the overall quality of the remixes. Like, really, I think I'm kind of like.
Do you want me to play these?
What's that?
Do you want me to play these as you mention them?
Oh no, you don't need to play all of them. We'll just play the winner.
Okay.
Because I got a few honorable mentions. There's a little bit here.
Maybe someone can post the links to the honorable mentions in the chat.
I keep forgetting that people won't have this. But anyways, let's see. Who we got? All right. Sorry, I can't like read the stuff I write.
It's a problem.
Right. Honorable mention number 1, Marina Lax.
Should I look this up?
Yeah, maybe you should look at
What's
the
the
spreadsheet.
title?
I don't know. That's all it says on my desk.
Oh God, Vince. Okay.
And the winner is.
Well, no, this isn't the
Oh,
winner. This is an
man.
honorable mention. No,
Marion left. Happy looting.
Marion.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that
That
was
one was
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget which one was that. Oh no, I remember. Oh yeah, that one. That one is was like. I feel like they really like took the idea of like using as many parts as possible from the stems, and I thought that was really cool. That like they just really had a creative way of incorporating kind of like all these kind of random different things from the album. And like a lot of the stuff I would just like hear it and I couldn't tell for a while even where it was coming from. Like it's like, oh, what is that part? No. So yeah, good job, Marina. Or, sorry, Marion.
also, that's all that Marion used was just stuff from the album, and then no pitch shift, just time stretching.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's wild.
Very creative stuff. My next honorable mention, Joe Fadem. Fadem.
Okay,
I think it's French.
Joe Fadem.
Joe watching? Is Joe on?
he's here.
Oh.
He's being spicy.
It was excellent. I can't give you the win because, it was kind of a diss track. You said some rude things.
Pretty hurtful little things there.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe did ask, how do I get my Pong bus on stream?
Well, with a beer pong bus, you really like have to check your state laws as far as like how they deal with alcohol in any sort of a moving vehicle. I don't think you can run it on Steam. I don't know. Can you get
Stream.
Well, I don't even understand the question anymore.
It's rough.
But Joe, don't play beer pong in a bus.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess you could. But it's going to be a mess.
It's gonna be nice.
All right, but good job on the remix, though. Even though it was very rude and hurt my feelings.
At times are tough enough right now. I don't need a diss track.
Oh, Gavin.
That's true. It really is.
Is he
Poor
smarter
timing.
than you?
Yeah, I feel like Gavin really got hit the hardest.
Yeah. I told Joe I didn't feel diss that bad, and he said, "Oh, I'll write you a diss track just for you," and that scared me.
Yeah, Fatum. I want more diss as well. So
I feel like it got you pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know. Everybody does it.
Dirty dude.
All right, next.
Skin is so thick from being burned so much.
That's true. Nothing can touch me.
He's immune.
Nothing
Alright.
can touch me.
Our next honorable mention is Cyrus R.O., which who I forget who.
How many honorable mentions do you have?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of good.
Cyrus R.O. skinned and deep fried.
Oh yeah, the picture for that one was excellent. I love the picture.
Let me look at that again.
It's very funny.
It's deep fried meme version of.
Oh yeah, this is a good meme. Yeah.
And the song was very cool. Yeah, I think that one was close to being my winner. It just got narrowly edged out. But it was very good. I thought it's really cool. It's like really heavy and it's kind of like a cool riff, which I'm definitely a sucker for. A nice cool riff. All right, next honorable mention. There's only 2 more. Don't worry. We got I can't read this. Oh, Thomas Vistrisil.
Thomas Vistrisil, or I don't know. I'm probably
it's a hard.
ruining. Space Force. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
This
yeah.
one I just.
Oh yeah, I like this.
I just love. This was like the kind of like
The vapor or
Vapor
the
wave
no, the
or
vapor
synth wave or whatever it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Version of
That
Dead
was
Horse.
So good. Synth
Which,
wave.
Drum
like-
part was real cool.
The
chorus is
yeah, the chorus
amazing.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the kind of thing where we just heard it and we're just like, oh shit,
This is the
like, we
solution.
should have done that.
It's better.
I don't know if vaporwave or that style existed back then, so I guess it would have taken
Yeah, we would have
a
been
big stretch of
really
imagination.
yeah.
But in retrospect, it would have been really cool.
We could have been ahead of our time.
We could have.
Could have been.
All right, and then my last honorable mention goes to last night's winner, Corky Monster.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh.
Yeah, that was just like I love the flaunting of the rules and just like it's good. He made it sound good. Like it was just a delightful cover of Tiny Eyed Babies.
Absolutely.
My brother today came up to me and said, so it's not really a remix competition? I said, huh? And then he said, it was a cover that won. I said, yeah. Well, remix competition.
I thought about making him the winner, but in my book, you got to stick to the rules to win this contest.
And here it is.
And my winner stuck to the rules.
Ooh. What were the
Yeah.
rules?
He's here.
Well,
In the
using
chat.
the stems.
Oh, you're here. Hey.
And they got some extra credit from making not just one, but two remixes that were both really good. I thought my favorite one is by Wet Math. What's his name?
Matthew Sarah.
Matthew Sarah.
He's right there. I mean, but he's going by Wet Math. But which one?
For the unimaginatively named what is it? Dry / Battle Creek.
Yeah, Dry/Battle Creek.
Which, I mean, come on, like the names are obvious for that one, like Dried Up Creek or like it's dry in a creek.
Okay.
That,
Okay.
But the remix was excellent. It sounded great. I thought it was. It was just a really cool vibe, and
Yeah. He's in the chat.
He's here. Yeah.
Can we play it? I'm gonna
Yeah,
play
Let's
it.
listen to it. This is in
All
mono.
right, here we go.
I'm dry like a candle, and you suck hot wax like some mattress. And light me up. I'm still dry. I'm dry like a candle, and you suck hot wax like some mattress. And light me up. Like a candle, like a candle.
barely any explanation needed. You all have ears, so you can hear it. Sounds just it sounds good. It's I think it's a good illustration of the power of a good intro.
Mm.
It's like, it just sucks you in like right away, which you got to do because we're all very impatient people in this world. we don't have time for boring intros. So yeah, I just heard it. I heard it right away, and it's just like, oh, all right, this is gonna be cool. And then not only was the intro cool, he did not disappoint me as it went along. Sometimes you have a cool intro, but then it just goes on, or it just goes in a weird direction. But the vibe never changed. There's never like any giant shift in the song or anything, but he's very good about doing just enough to keep your interest the whole time. Like lots of little fun ear candy. There's this really cool little, like, I don't know what it was. Yeah, it's like some crazy little guitar riff.
That? Matthew, what is that stem? Please tell us.
There are some really cool, just like cuts to silence that were very well timed. So yeah, it's just like a really solid arrangement and just a very cool vibe.
Yeah. The pitch down vocals, such a great choice.
I wish I sounded like that. I wish my voice was deeper. Yeah, I'm jealous of people who have like richer voices.
I like the way he kind of rearranged the lyrics and made them feel like I really like the words he chose to leave out and stuff, like the way that the lyrics laid out with his edits and stuff were really cool.
Yeah.
I liked the moving of the beat. That was very cool. It just it sat really differently, and it's very tasteful.
Yeah,
very beautiful.
Matthew said that cool sound was Chris down-tuned a million semitones.
That's what I thought. A million.
A million.
What part was that though? Like what violin part was that? Is that Sunshine?
It sounds like Toxic, but like played by a bass. I've been listening to all of these on runs because one of my ways of coping with COVID is running so much that I might as well be training for a marathon. And I knew that this song was special because I still like felt like I needed to move like this, but I was running. So that's the mark of a good remix. If it can make me do this in basically any scenario, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks bad. What I wanted to do is share this nice photo that Gavin made for us. That has.
Oh yeah, it doesn't exactly work.
It looks really bad, but what's happening is Vince and Matthew.
Wait. Do you want to share your screen?
Can I?
Oh yeah, you can share
And
the
then-
screen.
Yeah, and then I could probably put it just on you,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
Well, I think
How do I
once
do
you
that?
share the screen, it just does
Speaker
that.
view, yeah.
Um,
Speaker view.
Wait, let me just open it. Here we go. Oh wait, no, I don't want to share that. That's like way too much. I don't want to show my entire
close it.
strat. Wait, it's okay. I got this. Here we go.
But you can show just the
Here it is.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
So that's what you're seeing. Just so you know.
It's really good.
Very good. It's really awkward in this cut though. Just makes me feel like I'm part of a highlights magazine for adults.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just some.
It's a tie-in from yesterday.
Some nice cleavage in the background.
Yeah, you
So-
know. We'll go back to banana. I like the
Oh
banana.
yeah, I like banana.
Say what you will, but I thought the banana was actually I was the one shitting on the banana.
That
Doesn't
picture,
it keep-
especially with
blending you into the background.
Yeah.
it just
And
looks
all
like
the-
one of my
all of it,
violin
all of it.
students, just like 5 years older. It's really weird.
Cool.
a look into her future, perhaps.
Maybe.
Dun, 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 dun. Well,
Well, we got the Never Winner reveal.
for the River Winner revealed,
We
do we need to talk about? Oh, we should. I'm just gonna say this every night, but the stems are still available on BentleyMusic.com/remix, and you can get them for $1.
$1 you do.
And
Whose day is it tomorrow?
Oh, it'd be me, I think, right?
Gabby.
Yeah, it was supposed to be me today, but
Ooh.
my brother's a working boy for the he teaches lessons, and because of the little sickness that's going around, Guitar Center of course isn't open, so he has to do all his teaching from home. So the drum kit was disposed of today. He's actually down there right now teaching. I can hear him.
Mm.
It was disposed of?
Well, no, he's indisposed at the moment.
Oh,
Teaching online, I hope.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
he's disposed at the moment.
yeah.
So, Gavin's
This is what I get for
brother is
trying to use
teaching-
big words.
Disposed.
Oh,
You can just stick to hitting things. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, that'll be tomorrow
Oh,
when we do a little name that tune, and I'll play the drum parts and stuff.
Yeah. I think tomorrow's Friday. I'm doing Saturday, but I think I want to do a history of Bentley as told by Bentley, like the final definitive version.
Nice.
wow.
we'll contact Wikipedia to tune in.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah, you get
Please
Phil
get it
and-
right.
Phil
I
on
think I'll
Lindsay
just need to
Griswold.
scroll
Oh
through
my god, yeah, we need to
photos.
call Phil.
Oh yeah, we should get Phil as a
Yeah,
guest.
that's
Yeah, we
that's a
could
good piece
guest
of
him
trivia
in.
for the people
Just
in
put
the
him on
chat.
speakerphone.
You know who I'd personally like to do a stream with someday is Randy Roos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
He's
that'd be fun.
Yeah, he's the person who's mastered all our albums except Shiny Eyed Babies, and that was just because he wasn't available. But he's a fantastic member of our history music.
He's a wonderful man.
Nice.
Still don't know what he looks like.
Me neither.
I'd
Yeah,
like
I've
to
never
do
met
these
him.
streams with special
He
guests.
looks so good. Like he looks insanely good. So,
Yeah.
Is he like?
Like Brad
like-
Pitt, basically.
Yeah.
Young Brad Pitt, not old Brad Pitt.
Hey, old Brad Pitt's.
He's fine.
But those eyes.
He's not. He's not.
He's not young Brad Pitt.
He ain't no jellyfish.
Maybe we should have a call a friend day. We should get Brad and James in here too.
That would be so fun. Can I call them for mine if they're
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
available? Okay. Sick.
Sick. Well,
Sick.
is everyone satisfied with?
We could get Mr. Manager in for a guest.
Oh,
guest
shit.
live
Okay.
stream
Yeah, he would love
as
that.
well.
Our current manager.
He
Yeah.
would be so into that.
Is Anthony, is he watching this stream?
And we should get Adam too to talk about what it was like having in like
Oh,
40
yeah.
days time.
Learning all the parts.
Oh yeah.
And we have a lot of guests to
The-
contact
well,
right
Yeah.
now.
We're just gonna live
That-
stream until
well,
I
Gavin
don't
will
know.
name that tune from the room that he was also teaching Adam the drum parts.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
historic.
It was wild. And the garage where I learned to play drums. Period. Pretty much. Yeah.
Historic.
Famous
Period.
garage.
Oh, but you're like you're the
Period.
Oh yeah. Now it's where I do my laundry down there too.
I've done my laundry there.
Me too. Historic.
Yeah, I guess I have too.
I think everyone has.
Well, pats on the back, everyone. We have 80 people watching, and the average was like 90, 93.
Ooh.
A lot.
Thanks
Great.
for tuning in, everyone.
Hope that
Yeah, thanks
everyone
for
learned
watching.
something today. Everyone goes and gets Decapitator, which you can use through the month of May for free.
Mhm.
The Sound Toys has their whole effect rack, which has like all their plugins. You can use it for free through May. So definitely check it out if you
It's so
like
cool.
cool sounding plugins because they make the best plugins.
I've been messing around with them for the past couple days, and it's been they're
Using
make-
that crystallizer.
the crystallizer is
It's the
bonkers.
best.
Yeah.
I can't emulate it with anything else.
It's Chris's OG sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
the
love
double
it.
lock too is like it just makes anything like crunchy and fun. It's like deep frying things. It makes it crunchy and fun.
Yeah, Echo Boy.
On the Sound Toys bundle, an underrated plugin is Radiator. You just got the input all the way up on the Radiator, and it's a cool distortion, a very nice kind of hipster distortion or whatever.
Radiator is like the amp simulator, right?
Yeah.
It's not really an amp simulator, but it's like kind of like a more like retro sounding.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I really like running polyphonic things through the Echo, the Alter Boy, little Alter Boy.
Yeah, that's great.
It kind of like breaks it.
That's what the effect on like the little intro of Cradle of Rocks is. That's like Alter Boy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Totally glitching out.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can't even see you. It's just bananas.
Wait, oh. I'm sorry if we didn't get to your questions, but we'll be back tomorrow. Are we doing 6 p.m. again? Is Jessica available?
That's good for me.
I think so.
Perfect.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. We should scan the questions from the YouTube chat tonight, right? Because I don't think we touched those.
Right.
We did one. But if you've got questions, throw them into the Instagram story. There's gonna be like a QA thing, and that way we will definitely hit your cues. And there's one up right now for Vince's, and probably I'll put one up tomorrow for Gavin's.
Yeah.
So y'all can all throw
Yeah,
your questions in there. It's just a tiny bit easier to keep track of. But yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
This is
Everybody
fun.
go call your mom.
Mine's at Costco right now, and I live with her.
Okay. Well, everyone but Gavin, call your mom. We're
I'll
signing.
call
my
all
mom,
your
like,
moms.